Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Relinquishing the Rellik, version 2 by GDC. So these are not standard killer cages, these are Rellik cages, which is killer backwards. So pay attention to the rules carefully. I'll go over them now. So we have standard 6x6 Sudoku rules, meaning in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we're placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these cages in the grid. These are these cells surrounded by dotted lines. We call those cages. First of all, digits can't repeat in a cage. So Sudoku would allow us to put a 1 here and a 1 here. And that would be perfectly fine for Sudoku rules. But the Rellik cages, in this case, these cages are telling us that we can't actually repeat the 1. So we're going to have 4 distinct digits in this cage. So this would not be allowed. Additionally, any combination of 1 or more digits within a cage cannot sum to the value in the top left. So let's look at this 5 here, right? It means we can't put a 5 in the cage at all because a single digit 5 adds to 5, so that's not allowed. But we also can't put, say, 2, 3 in here, right? We can't do 2, 3, 4 because, the total adds to 9, that's fine. But these two by themselves add to 5, and that's not allowed. So no combination of any of the digits in the cage may sum to the value top left. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. In fact, I want to start with this 5, right? Because it forces a 5 to go into this 9 cage. Because the box needs a 5 and we can't put it in the 5 cage. Right, but now that there's a 5 in the 9 cage, we're not allowed to put a 4 in there. Because if we put a 4 in there, then 5 plus 4 would equal 9. So the 4 ends up in the 5 cage. But now that there's a 4 in the 5 cage, we can't put a 1 in the 5 cage, because if there's a 1 in the 5 cage, then the 1 plus 4 would equal 5. So we put the 1 over here. It kind of stops there, as far as I can tell. Well, actually, no, because 1 plus 5 is 6. So we can't put a 3 in the 9 cage. Because we can't do 1, 3, 5 in this cage, because that would add to 9. We know there's a 1 and a 5 in there. So we put the 3 in there. And now we can't put the 2 in the 5 cage, because if there's a 2 in the 5 cage, that'll add with the 3 to make 5. So we put the 2 here. So this ends up 1, 2, 5. And then this ends up 3, 4, 6. Very interesting. That's a good start. Let's see if we can do something similar here. So we know there's a 6 somewhere in these 3 cells, because it can't be here. Now that there's a 6 here, we can't put a 2 in there. So there's a 2 in the 6 cage, which then in turn puts a 4 in the 8 cage. Unfortunately, the 4... Let's see, 6 plus 4 is already 10, so we don't have to worry about that. We can't do 4 plus 4, so I don't think there's more to this. We can't quite make the triples like we did over here, at least as far as I can tell. This cell then is pretty limited, though, because it is part of the 8 cage. So it's not allowed to be the 4 or the 6, because it's already in the cage. And it can't be a 2, because that would add to 6, make 8. So this can be 1, 3, or 5 only. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I look at this 3 cage next, because there's no 3 down here. So there's a 3 down here, which then puts the 2 and the 5 end up here. Which means there's no 1 in the 3 cage, so there's a 1 down here. 1 plus 3 is 4. We're not in any danger of adding to 5 with 3 digits. Never can. We just have to avoid 1 plus 2 in here, and we have to avoid a 3 in here. So this is not 2, 3, or 5. So this is 1, not 2, 3. It's not a 3, right? Because you can't put a 3 in the cage at all. It could be 4. It's not 5. It could be 6. Interesting. 1, 4, 6. So that does mean that there's a 1, 3 down here, and there's a 2, 5 up here. Or sorry, other way around. There's a 1, 3 up here and a 2, 5 down here, just for the box. This is getting quite busy, but maybe we can do something with this. Okay, so we know that we can't put both the 1 and the 3 in this 4 cage, because if we did, then they would add to 4, right? We can't do 1, 3 like this. So this has to be one of the 1, 3s. And then the other 1, 3 goes over here. We don't know which is which. Let's see. Anything else to do with that? How about this 7 cage? So with the 1, we can't put a 6. With the 3, we can't put a 4, but we don't know which is which right now. So if this is a 1, we end up with a 6 in here. we can't put a 4 in these, obviously. So there does end up being a 4 in this 7 cage. So if there's a 4, there is not a 3. Okay, that's important. So this is actually a 1 then, and then the 3 goes in the 4 cage. Okay, and that places the 1 up here. And that means there's a 1 in one of these two. This can't be a 1 because it would add with the 3 to make 4. So that's our 1. Ooh, this is 3, 5. I was actually thinking about this earlier. I didn't mention it. But this is 3, 5 now. So these can't be 3 or 5 because remember, digits can't repeat in the cage. So even if this was the 3, right, this would still end up 5 and we'd add to 8. So because we are down to 2 digits in this cell that add to 8, the other one can't appear, and neither of these digits can appear elsewhere in the cage. And so we end up with this 3, 5 in the 6 cage. I don't know which one though. But these can't be from 3, 5. So these are from 1. Let's just write it out. 1. They're not 2. They're not 3, 4. No, they could be 4. Sorry. They're not 5. And they could be 6. So 1, 4, 6 makes sense. And these aren't 1. Okay. Well, that's a 4, 6 pair then. Hold on, because these aren't 1, 3, or 5, or 2. Yeah, 4, 6 pair. And then this ends up a 1. Oh, really interesting. I wonder how that worked out. I guess, oh, it means both 3 and 5 are in here. Right, this ended up 2, 3, 5. Sorry, I didn't quite get what I was saying there, even though I was saying it. Yeah, and so these end up 2, 3, 5. This can't be the 2 or the 5. So this is the 3. This is 5, this is 2. We get a 3 in the corner. I explained that in the last Sudoku Adventure video. If you want to hear an explanation of why it celebrates 3s in the corner, it's just a meme. Not important at all. But if you're curious, the last Sudoku Adventure, I explained it. I'm not going to explain it in every single one. All right, let's see. What's going on here? There's no 2. Yeah, okay. It's fine. What did I get? I got this 4, 6. I got this 2, 3, 5. I got this 5. This is limited. It's not 1, 3, or 4. It can't be a 3, right? Because we can't add to 4. So this is 2, 4. No, not 4. This is 2 or 6 only. Because it can't be 5 either. Oh, this 2, 5 pair removes this 2 and 5 corner mark. In fact, this is just 2, 4, 5. I don't know when I didn't notice that. Anyway, this is the 4, and this is a 2, 5 pair, just based on where we forced 2, 4, and 5 to be. So this is a 4, 5 pair, and then this is 1, 6, and this is 3, 6. Okay. So yeah, this is a 3, 4, 6 triple. That means the 4 is up here, so it's not here. And it also means this is 2, 5. We have a 3, 6 pair here. This is 2, 4, 5. It's not a 5. Is there anything else? Is there any obvious stuff to do? This is a pair, I guess. 3, 6. I feel like we're just kind of wrapping up the puzzle, but I might be missing something obvious. Oh, it's the 7 cage. These add to 5, and so this can't be a 2, or we'd add to 7. So this is the 5. That's the 2. That's the 5. Really just paying attention to the cages at the right time seems like the important thing for this puzzle. What am I missing about this now? That wasn't enough? Okay. I was kind of thinking that might be enough to collapse the puzzle. Oh, we have this 4, 6 pair, so this is a 3. That's 6, that's 4. Yeah, just missing some silly stuff at the end here. That's 3 and 6. Just kind of hard to scan this puzzle, to be honest. Yeah, still hard to scan the puzzle. Just so much info. This is, I don't know. What am I missing now? Oh, the 4, 5 pair in this 3 cage means this can't be 4. So that's 6, that's 4, that's 6. We get the 2 here. That resolves this. Yeah, everything's resolving now. 3 and 6, 4 and 5, 1 and 6. This is a 3, and then we need 1 and 4. And we're done. All right. Probably took me a little bit longer than it needed to, but there were some intricate steps in here. Just having to spot one thing after another, like jumping around the grid at different cages. So yeah, very interesting idea, GDC. I'm not sure if it was your unique idea or not. I tend to get introduced to constraints through this series these days because I don't do a whole lot of variant solving outside of this series these days. Just don't have time. But I am enjoying this series as it is, and I'm enjoying being introduced to these cool constraints that I haven't seen before. So yeah, this was interesting. I liked how this box just kept jumping back and forth to resolve into triples. It was interesting how this 7 cage worked as well. I feel like I could have done a little bit of a better job with that one, but still, it was interesting. How because we forced a 4 into it or something, and that meant no 3. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, to be honest, but it was interesting. So yeah, cool. I enjoyed this. Hope you did too. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.